So there was some sort of a shootout in Starkville, Mississippi, and it was a good one, and it was pretty damn exciting when number two Texas went out to Mississippi State and won in overtime 45-38. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's your girl Autumn, and I am here back with another edition of As a Fan of College Football. This is where I speak about college football content through the eyes of a fan. So imagine yourself as a fan, not as a analyst, not as a none of that, nothing too serious. Just straight fandom. Y'all know how we get. So I'm a huge fan of college football. I'm a even bigger fan of the Ohio State University Buckeye football. But we here and we gonna ride this out, okay? So before we get started, what I would like for you to do is to hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Share the video and hit the notification bell so that whenever I'm out here in these YouTube streets, you will be the first to know. I was able to watch this game, like the fourth quarter and overtime of this game. And I was actually like out. This has really nothing to do with college football, but there was a versus on Cash Money and No Limit. And so I went out to the sports bar because they were gonna play that, and I was actually able to catch the last bit of this game. So I'm glad that I was able to watch it. It was crazy. There was like one Texas fan there, and when I started watching the game, actually it had to have been the end of the third quarter. I I couldn't believe that Texas was down because they were down for the first three quarters of the game. Like it just, from what I understand, but they were definitely down in the third quarter. We've seen some very mid results from Arch Manning over these past several weeks, but I will be the first to say that Arch was balling his ass off. Arch was balling his ass off, and so was Blake Shapen. I think is how you say his name. He was also balling. Like when I say that this was a shootout, this was a shootout. So Blake was 26 of 42 for 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. My man's was balling. Like those numbers are something to talk about. QB2 came in, Kamario Taylor, and this is for Mississippi State, by the way. Sorry. QB2 Kamario Taylor also stepped in. He had one. He was 1 of 1 for 1 yard and 1 touchdown. So he went out there that one play and did what needed to be done. Period. Not too much on the ground. They had total yards on the ground rushing of 63. But again, what do you need? You know where they lacked in on the ground, they definitely picked up for in the air. Devon Booth, Seydu Traore, and Sam West had a touchdown catch. Brennan Thompson had two touchdown catches, and Mississippi State's defense was all over the place with 5 sacks. So it's not like this was an exciting game. Like it wasn't like some sort of blowout. It wasn't no BS. Like Mississippi State was out there fighting, and I don't necessarily think that Texas should have. I'm not gonna say I don't think it should have been a good game. Maybe it was. I'm not even gonna say that. I was gonna first say that I don't think that Texas should have struggled against them. And honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't think that they struggle against them. I think that the caliber of teams were pretty equal. Like it was an equal playing field, and they were both just out there balling. And Texas just ended up coming home with the win. So, like I said, Mississippi State they led through three quarters, but Texas turned up the heat in the fourth, including, and I saw this happen, an electrifying 79-yard punt return to the house with 1 minute and 47 seconds left in regulation. And right then is when I kind of knew Mississippi was gone. I knew it was gonna be a wrap. And even though they did go into overtime, like I didn't think Mississippi was gonna come up with the win. Mississippi State, I keep saying Mississippi State was gonna come up with the win. So Arch Manning was 29 of 46 for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, the only rushing touchdown, and he had one interception before he actually had to leave the game in overtime because he took a nasty hit. And I saw that hit. It was a clean hit, but it was very nasty. He hit the ground and his head hit the ground, and I was actually worried about him. Like he had to lay there for a minute. It took them a minute to even sit him up. Like he was definitely seemed like he was dazed and confused. So of course he had to go out for a concussion protocol. And as of today, he what the last thing that I heard was that he was actually practicing, but he has to get one more clearance before they clear him to play against Vandy next week, which they're gonna need. I feel like they're gonna need Arch against Vandy. I don't know how that game gonna go, but that hopefully he's okay. Hopefully Arch is cool. Matthew Caldwell also had a QB2 moment. He had one. He was 1 of 1 for 10 yards and 1 touchdown. So both of the QB2s were able to get in and get their roll on, which was great. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it. I like to see when the backups get to come in and get their little shine. Like it's nothing like it, and they need those reps. I mean, Arch did it when he backed up for Quinn, and he didn't do a whole lot though, to be honest. Like, but he was able to get in and get some reps and do whatever he needed to do. Again, not much on the ground either with Texas. They had a total rushing yards of 72. And Texas defense one upped Mississippi State defense with 7 sacks. So what was the issue here? Again, I always have to ask, like, was it the offensive line? Like, what went on? If there are any analysts, if there are anybody that breaks these type of things down, let me know in the comments and we can talk about it, because I keep thinking that it's the offensive line that's falling apart. They're not opening up any holes to get these running backs through. But also sometimes when there's issues with the offensive line, well, again, I think it's what happened. Like one team had 5 sacks, the other one had 7. So I don't even know how they pulled up with these numbers, like these offensive numbers on both sides, if both defenses were playing the way that they were playing against those offensive lines. So I don't know. So I wanted to talk about this game because I do want to wish Arch well. I hope that he's okay. It's so early in his career to be getting concussions, but he hit his head pretty damn hard. So Arch, I hope you're good. You know what I'm saying? Get better soon, and hope to see you out there against Vandy. So I want to know what y'all think, fans. What do y'all think? Was there a problem? Where was the problem? Was the problem in the secondary? Was the problem the offensive lines? Like, what was the problem in these games for there to be several sacks and whatever? I don't even know. I don't even know what else to say about it. The air show could not be stopped. Like, on both sides. Who was blowing coverage? I have no idea. So let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. And until you hear me or see me again, peace.